Hello, hello. This is Jeff, your Florida weather guide. Thank you for tuning in. Um, we're going to go over a few things about Tuesday's weather, a little bit about the hurricane, not the hurricane. Let me rephrase that. A little bit about Tropical Storm Bertha that just was upgraded at 8 p.m. today by the National Hurricane Center. And as you can see, temperatures anywhere from 89 to 94. Most of us in the lower 90s, especially in our Tampa Bay regional area. The rain chances are anywhere from 50% down to 10%. In our local area, right in about here, probably about 30% for tomorrow. This is what our, according to the NAM model, this is what our radar should look like. And this is mainly before 2 p.m. tomorrow in our Tampa Bay area, which is this area right in here. This is our overall temperatures tomorrow. As we're closer still to that tropical storm Bertha, we're going to be some upper 80s to lower 90s around Tampa, and then out west of, out east of us, we'll be in the lower 90s and some mid 90s away from the coast. This is our overall winds tomorrow, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour. And we got some higher gusts. We'll see that here in a second, but we got some higher gusts around 2. And this is associated with the tropical storm Bertha. The winds are from the south. This is showing 20 miles an hour, 20. Each flag here is 5 miles an hour. They're all 20 miles an hour out of the south. Our gusts around the Tampa Bay area, anywhere from 22 miles an hour, basically 22 to 26 miles an hour. And these arrows here show from the south. This is our precipitable water tomorrow. We're still closest to that the tropical system out west and stuff. So any showers that do develop tomorrow, we have plenty moisture in place for that to happen. This is our official Tampa Bay regional weather area forecast for tomorrow. As you can see, 50% chance, high of 90, and windy tomorrow. This is my overall summary for tomorrow for the regional weather. Scattered thunderstorms is 50%, mainly before 2 p.m. High around in the lower 90s, heat index of 103. The winds are from the south at 15 to 20, with some higher gusts up to 26 miles an hour. And we will be starting transition from tomorrow, moving on through the rest of the week as we're away from that tropical storm Bertha, as we move further away from the west coast of Florida. So we would be more back into our typical summer pattern for the Tampa Bay regional weather area. I'm your forecaster, Jeffrey A. Gentry. I want to thank you for that. And let's Let's look at the synoptical, and I need, hang on a second. Let's add, let me see, let's share a screen. Synoptical, let's see if we can do it this way. Yeah, I'll share that. Oh, that's running. Okay, let's see if we got any. Let's just look at this one. And let's look at the simulator radar. And let's take off this, and this. And we'll put that back up. Here's that system. It's kind of ragged. Kind of ragged. Kind of ragged there. Let's pull this down. Okay, let's pull this back. Yeah, let's just look at the. Let's see what these are the pressures. This is that system right there. Okay, and so let's just take a look at it. These are some members. This is at 2 a.m. Wednesday. The EPS is forecasting this to come close to Baton Rouge around Mississippi and Alabama and North Florida. These are possible there. Over here, we have high pressure. And that's deep right in this area right there. And as you can see, let me draw this. Let me draw this. This is, come on now. This right here. This is that area low pressure. And as you go, this lighter pink right here, this lighter pink right here, and then a darker pink. This is a high pressure system, the ridge. And you have clockwise, you have counterclockwise around this. And you have clockwise around this. So, with that being said, that has been your local forecast. It went a little bit longer because we had to talk a little bit about Bertha. Right now, Bertha is 40. Oh, let's dial that up real quick. Let me see if I could put that in there real quick. Let's see. National Hurricane Center. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to dive those up real quick. There we go. And we'll go back. Let's see if I can get it to, let's see. Yeah, Bertha K. Okay, let's share. We're going to share the screen. Let me see if I can. Oh, okay. There we go. We're still sharing it? Yeah. Okay, this was as of 7 p.m. Central Time. So this area right here, Central, or 8. So we got the advisory at 8 p.m. Maximum state winds at 35 knots, which is either 35 knots. You could go by knots. They go by knots in the marine world. So 35 knots averages out to 40 miles an hour, and the central pressure is down to 1004 millibars, and it was located at 28.6 north, 86.0 west. The movement was west northwest at 3 knots or 3 miles an hour. Not very fast. Let's look. Let's look at possibility of winds. There's the wind possibility of tropical force winds. And there it is right there. So Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, and Louisiana. But southern Mississippi and the very tip, southern Alabama and the very tip of Mississippi for the winds. This time of arrival, and it's going to show it's going to be north and northwest, and then strictly west, and it's going to be in should be by 8 p.m. on Wednesday in the southern coast of Louisiana. Let's see. Let's look. Let's look at some of the warnings. It's going to be, it's a storm right now. It's going to remain a storm until Thursday at 1 a.m. Thursday at 1 a.m. And then at 1 p.m., it's going to be down to a tropical depression and a tropical disturbance. So let's see what they say about the key messages. Which that was at 4 p.m. So that's not the latest one that they're saying. So we won't get a later one until 11 o'clock. So that's another half an hour, another 35 minutes from now. We'll get the new advisory. That's an old advisory. That was at 4 o'clock p.m. So here's the rainfall potential. The heaviest is going to be out into the Gulf of America. So that's going to be the heaviest. Let's see if there's any for potential rainfall. We're in our moderate risk on the west coast of Florida right here through the Tampa Bay area. Just right on the coast of down south of Lake Charles in Mobile, Tallahassee, Houston, San Antonio, Corpus Christi. All of these areas are in a marginal risk far down into Manatee County. So I would say that would probably go through tomorrow for us because we have already had some heavy rainfall. Okay. So with that being said, this has been a long recording, but apologize for that. So with that being said, this has been a long recording, and with that being said, I will have an updated forecast for tomorrow. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.